Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 5th. It's November. It's 2025. And my buddy is on his way in 15 minutes. He's heading down this way. And I guess it's like a 6-hour ride. It's no joke. It's a big ask, you know what I mean? But it isn't for free. So he is on his way. So hopefully by around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, my truck will be up in the Ozarks again. And new axles, fully assembled, are shipped, apparently. And the company decided they warranted the side that snapped, which was nice of them, you know. Thanks. But made me pay for the other side because I ain't replacing just one side. This is the exact same custom rear axle that I had to completely 100% rebuild back in March of 2025. That's unheard of. It's absolutely unheard of. And the fact that this even snapped, yeah, I think conspiratorial things about it, but whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. I thought somebody took my lug nuts off, but nope. Snapped a piece of heat-treated steel this big around right off in a place where it shouldn't have snapped at all, but whatever. He's on his way. Parts are on their way. When we get the truck to the shop, we'll figure out whatever else is busted or missing and square it away. But the reason for this video is another YouTuber put a video up, and after, only 3 months, he's finally let go of Charlie, what was his name? Charlie Kirk, my bad. Because he's been yammering about Charlie Kirk since the 10th of September. Just nonstop, never-ending, blah, blah, blah. Well, he finally posted a video, and it really got my attention because it's talking about Elon Musk. Remember when I said Bill Gates backed off of the climate change, and I said they'll just put somebody else in there? Well, it's Elon Musk, oddly enough. And Elon said something that I said back in the beginning of the year. I said they're using AI to control the weather. Well, Elon's saying the exact same thing right now, so here we go.
A large solar-powered AI satellite constellation would be able to prevent global warming by making tiny adjustments in how much solar energy reached Earth. Now, this is really strange because Elon has spent years pushing solar power, and he's even built entire companies around it. So why is he suddenly talking about blocking the very sunlight that made him billions?
The Earth is almost entirely solar-powered today. The only reason we're not a frozen ice ball at sort of 3 degrees Kelvin is because of the sun. And the sun is responsible for all precipitation. It's responsible for the vast majority of the ecosystem, apart from sort of chemotrophs at the bottom of the ocean.
So if you think about what would the Earth be without the sun, the Earth would be a frozen dark ice ball at roughly 3 degrees above absolute zero. It would be quite unpleasant. So, very cold and dark. But because of the sun, we're at quite a nice temperature, quite pleasant, sort of roughly 300 degrees above absolute zero. And the sun powers almost the entire ecosystem is solar powered.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Elon's gotten people to spend the amount of money he makes off of solar panels and solar battery storage systems dwarfs how much he makes off of selling Tesla cars and stuff like that.
Energy is actually crushing it. $10 billion revenue with 31% profit margins. That's double their car margins.
Bill Gates had to step down because everybody hates him so much, so they decided to put Elon Musk in, who most people don't like anyways. But whatever, it's just a distraction. It's just a complete and utter distraction. But here's the fun thing. The video shows different items falling out of the sky. And if you pay attention closely on all of these satellites that have just suddenly fallen out of the sky, you can still see the ropes to the helium balloons. Period. Because satellites, either they're up there in the ether, the fluid that encompasses the entire firmament that we're not familiar with or we're not aware of, because E equals MC squared got rid of all those crazy words Tesla, the actual Tesla, was really talking about. If they're not up there in the ether, some sort of a crazy fluid we're not familiar with. They're up there with helium balloons because NASA is literally the largest purchaser of helium on Earth.
And when someone pointed out that freezing temperatures also kill millions every year, Elon said that could be fixed by redirecting extra solar energy back toward Earth. Sounds simple until you realize what he's actually suggesting. Because here's what nobody's asking. Who exactly is going to control this system that decides how much sunlight reaches the planet? The answer? AI. Yeah, the same AI that's already showing red flags everywhere and has a history of deceiving the very people who built it whenever it feels threatened.
So when they talk about redirecting sunlight back to Earth, it reminds me of a video that I put out in 2016 and then again in 2017. And I got that video from Boeing, the guys that make airplanes and then whatever else, because redirecting sunlight explains so many things. You go outside and the thermometer says it's 60 degrees, but the sun is so hot that it's burning the plants and it burns your skin. It's like it's being magnified or something like that. And it would also explain if they're actually able to redirect the sunlight, we don't even know what day it is. We really don't. We have no idea what day it is. If they can mess around with the sunset, sunrise, and the length of time the sun is out during the day through these means. Well, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you what I was talking about.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today's the 9th of May, 2017, and you're looking at a video I put up last September where we were spotting some sort of odd anomaly in front of the sun. Now, I've made videos ad nauseum about the sun simulator. I was the one that put the patents up the year before last that showed that NASA, Bausch and Lomb, all of these guys were indeed working on a sun simulator, a simulator satellite that could either reflect the sun from whatever position it was in down to Earth, but it would be manageable by men. Now, let's watch this video by Boeing, and see what they have to say. This is Boeing's YouTube channel. You know, the guys that make airplanes and spacecraft and whatnot. Watch it. Tell me if you notice anything.
Welcome to the world, 2116. You can fly across town in minutes, or across the globe in under an hour. Whole communities are living on Mars, and solar satellites provide Earth with unlimited clean power. Satellites provide Earth with unlimited clean power. Satellites provide Earth with unlimited clean power.
Now, do you see that? This is Boeing's YouTube channel. This isn't my YouTube channel. This is Boeing's. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because I have gotten hundreds of emails from Russia, the UK, Greenland, Iceland, Australia, and all over North America. And I'm leaving you guys out. I apologize. Canada, etc. It's a lot. It's so many that I just can't help but notice the topic. And the topic is people are noticing that not only is the sun white, it's no longer yellow like it used to be. B, that they're using the solar shield. They've upped the chemtrailing exponentially. I've literally seen a chemtrail this morning that I've never seen in my life before. It was two of them, perfect, identical, side by side. I don't know if it was two planes flying side by side or if it was some sort of a compound that came up, but it left a trail that I had never, ever seen before. And that's a first, because that's how I started this channel, was with chemtrails. This is Boeing right here. First of all, pushing the Mars, living on Mars meme forward. And they're also showing a solar satellite. Notice that the sun is now in another location, and they're reflecting the sun's rays directly down to Earth. Now, that completely goes against the theory that Harvard has recently exposed to us, that they need to now spray the atmosphere more than ever before to reflect the sun's light back up into outer space. That's what Harvard is saying. That is not a conspiracy theory. Neither is this. These Harvard and Boeing are a little bit bigger than Richie from Boston's YouTube channel, but they're both saying the same exact things. Now, as far as people saying they're going outside, the sun is white. But did you notice that when it's 50 degrees out, when you go outside and the sun actually does touch you, it feels like it's under a magnifying glass and it literally burns your skin, even though the ambient air temperature isn't above 60 degrees. The sun is incredibly hot on your skin, but yet it's not heating up the air. What would that be? Well, I got a funny feeling that they're using these all around us. Now, why? We can see that they've not only thought this out and patented it. I've shown you the patents a long time ago, but I'll show you again right now. Now, right here, not only am I showing you some really, really incredibly strange videos people have caught. Now, these aren't remote cameras. Actually, this one is a remote camera, but people have sent me video from all over Earth showing this same exact anomaly. Now, these cameras right here, the FAA.gov ones, I don't necessarily believe them because, once again, they're run by the FAA and the government. This could all be a ruse to get us looking in the wrong direction, but it sure does look like it's not the sun. It sure does look like there's an element in front of the sun. And again, we found the patents. We found the patents to the fake sun. And a lot of people claim this is for the deep underground military bases. This is so they can heat that up down there. Well, yes, there's that, but that's never, ever what I was talking about. What I was talking about is exactly what Boeing is talking about right here.
I want you to keep this little sun redirection device in mind as I show you the clips from the video I'm going to show you right now. But this little thing redirecting the sun, I'm pretty sure one just fell out of the sky. And it would explain so many things. If they're redirecting, imitating, messing with the sun's natural course in any way, it would absolutely affect time or our perceived time. Does that make sense?
Now, over the past few weeks, people across the country have been reporting strange objects falling from above.
This shit landed in my yard today. It says weather instrument. And it's hanging from a tree. See? Crazy.
Trying to find pictures of actual satellites or whatever else that are falling onto people's private property is incredibly difficult because it's one of the number one things scrubbed off the internet. But you'll notice every time that these objects that fall always have the lead ropes on them for the balloons. You see what I'm saying? It's all a trick. It's all a hoax. You know, putting Elon in place and Elon finally coming out and saying AI is going to be running the weather manipulation thing. I drew that conclusion, I think, back in February or March of this year when I started noticing all of a sudden we were getting floods and storms like we had never seen before. It was more calculated. It was more precise. And I figured it was AI. Turns out it is. But don't fall for this. The reason I'm showing you this stuff, I know people are rolling their eyes about the firmament and this, that, and the other thing. Read the book, Confusion in Christianity. The link is below. Order it up. Read the book. If you don't like it, return it. You know what I'm saying? But it explains everything. And with that information, you will be able to be armed against what they're planning on. Because all they're planning on is the last card. An alien invasion. An Atlas 3I, that's their plan. And they seem to be sticking to it big time. At any rate. That's all I got for today, I guess. Richie from Boston. I got to pack this up. Yeah, hopefully he's rolling by now. Turns out my truck's too wide to fit on his trailer, so we got to put different tires on the front. That's crazy. Whatever. I'm out.